Hey guys, it's Scion and I'm back, and what you're looking at right now is Adventure Quest 3D. I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by and watching this video. I'm going to have along with me, giving me a tour, is Adam Bohn of Artix, the CEO and paladin, of course, of Artix, and he's a pretty good guy. Man. It was really fun to talk to him, and he gave me a tour of the game, and I was honored to be sitting there with him because I played Adventure Quest and Adventure Quest Worlds when I was younger, like 13 years ago, even. So I even still have the account. So these games were in my history, in my past. So to actually be and actually sit down and see this game and get like an interview with this particular person was pretty much an honor, and I appreciated it. So without further ado, it's going to be Adventure Quest with Adam Bohn, and let's have some fun. Unfortunately, his voice came through a little bit low in the beginning. I corrected it like halfway through, so you're gonna have to cut it up a little bit in the beginning and probably like adjust it like halfway through the video. I'm sad for that, but these things happen. And peace. I will see you in another video, but enjoy this one.
An honor to meet you. I'm Adam Artix from Adventure Quest 3D.
Okay.
My powerful voice of a 14-year-old girl. Oh, God. Okay. Thanks, Obama.
Yeah. There we go. And I'll go back into. There we go.
All right, and if you check your inventory, you should have some goodies you can play with.
Okay. Ape starter. All right, let's go with blue cape. Equipped. Need to be level 10 to do that.
Oh, I thought I made you level 10. Here, if you do that one more time, you're now max level, so you can equip everything.
All right. Alrighty. Inventory. Let's do the white cape. There we go. That matches well. I like the color coordinate.
Very nice. You got a whole bunch of party stuff in there too.
Yeah. Let's see. What the hood is this? Let's check it out. Whoa. Okay. That looks cool.
Remember, inside each and every one of us is a skeletal warrior waiting to come out.
Nice hat. Okay.
So how'd the interview go, Artix? Well, sat around, I put like 50 things on his thing, and then we played dress up for a while and then logged out.
All right, well, I'll keep the necromancer hood because that's cool. It doesn't match, but whatever. All right, I'm ready.
Hang on, I'm gonna take a screeny. Okay, well, let's go check out Yulgar's Inn. Since you actually played the game, you might recognize some of this. I gotta tell you, because, I mean... Uh-oh. Did I disconnect?
Well, everybody's like running around. I don't see you anymore.
Okay, I disconnected. Unusual. That's what I get for using all my hacks.
There you go.
Alright, let's go check out Yulgar's Inn. So the first time I stood in here, I got those nostalgic shivers. It's a very faithful recreation of the inn from both the original Adventure Quest and Adventure Quest Worlds.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Down to little details of putting the door in the back and in the front, because in the one you come from the front and the other one you go to the door in the back, so we just have them both. Can I tell you my vision for in here? Because
Sure.
What you're seeing is this kind of empty shell of what's going to be my favorite thing ever. So I really like kind of sticking all these like secret, like weird things all over the place, and they need to be significant, they need to be full of adventure, and they need to be surprising. And when I first played World of Warcraft, I remember I got to like level 10, and I went swimming down to Booty Bay, and I was really mad because like I really expected to find like some treasure or something in the water because I went around for like hours and there was nothing.
Yeah.
So in this game, I want to put the adventure and weirdness so dense into this. You can't go 5 feet without finding something like bizarre. So when you click on the painting, I wanted to trigger an adventure where you actually get teleported into the painting and you're in this giant 2D weird painting world where there's the mouse hole in the ground and you click on it and you can drink a potion and you can shrink down real small and go in and fight inside the mouse hole.
Nice.
Or upstairs when you click on the door at the bedroom, depending on your level, when you go to sleep, you have a different dream which leads you to a crazy different adventure or like, well, something different is going to happen periodically.
Yeah, that's
or
pretty
maybe
fun.
if you just kind of look to your left here, there's a door on the ground.
Yeah.
You can click on that to go check out the Yulgar's sewage treatment system.
I remember this.
Clearly need a plumber.
I remember this. I think this is like one of the first things I did in the quest, adventure quest. I didn't even know what the hell I was doing, but I remember it. It's pretty cool.
Now, this game is not just going to be a blatant redo of the original adventure quest. That was not our goal. But we are going to add in some of the fan favorite things purposefully for both our sanity and nostalgia. And some things like the vampire versus werewolf war, which, I mean, that zone is just flawless. It needs to happen in 3D because we want to see that. But we want to have a new roster of villains, new classes, new everything, except for the stuff that's not. Adventure Quest 3D, new everything except for the things.
But I totally understand.
Well, you want to take a look at our intro in progress?
Sure. I don't know where you went though. I'm back up in the end.
If you hit the 3 buttons on the right-hand side, that'll open your menu.
Okay.
And then you can click on Travel and go to Intro and Intro Part 1. Now, this travel menu is a little bit of a hack.
Okay.
In the real version of the game, we'll have a map.
Okay.
You won't be able to quick go to an area unless you've already gone there and unlocked it by touching the travel point. So we just have everything open now because we're testing and we need everyone to get everything there as fast as possible.
Yeah. All right, I got some story going on here.
So what you're witnessing now is our first draft of the first of 2 cutscene systems. This is our talking heads or JRPG style NPC interaction, which will be used for most of the basic conversation.
Okay.
Characters have something important. The second type of cutscene is our cinematic cutscenes, which are more what you expect from modern games, but because there's such larger file downloads and more involved, they will be less frequent.
Okay.
Or at least until we get really big tools and I convince everyone that they don't care about bandwidth anymore.
Well, I definitely like the music here. Pretty cool.
If you click on your menu and go to Classes,
Okay.
you'll notice that currently you have 4 classes in your class inventory.
Yeah.
By the time the game's mature, there'll probably be between 40 to 60.
Wow.
And instead of doing kind of branching skill trees, we just broke them all out into their own classes. Each class will have its own storyline and kind of be like DLC.
Okay.
And part of the fun of the game will be to kind of unlock and collect and rank up all of the classes.
That's some good replay value.
Now, because you can change between classes at any time, if we're adventuring in a dungeon, we need a healer, I can just switch to healer for you, no problem. We need a tank, you can go tank.
Pretty cool. Liking it. Now, is this going to be available on mobile too?
Yes.
Yeah,
in fact, this is a true cross-platform game. It means there are people who are on the game right now who are playing on their web browsers right now.
Okay.
We're on Steam. The iPhone, iPad, Android tablet, and phone versions, they all work. But for a very good reason, we have not released them yet. I expect them in July.
Alrighty.
Because we're updating the core game engines so rapidly. I mean, we're doing sometimes up to 5 builds a day. Because we're doing so many updates, the iPhone is a nightmare to update. So we need to be really close to being stable so that we can then put the iPhone version out and then slowly, because it can take up to 2 weeks for the iPhone version to release. So we have one person in charge of each device, and their entire job is just to maintain the integrity of that device.
That's pretty good.
But here's where it gets interesting. I think you're gonna enjoy this. But first, let's walk inside this giant, creepy cave, and I'll show you our newest monster.
Ooh.
It's a shame he's only level 2. This is Gorthor. He's a war fiend.
He's pretty awesome.
He enjoys long walks on the beach.
And aggroing, apparently.
Artix, he's from France. Overwatch. He's really just here until Overwatch.
He's pretty cool looking.
Let's head back to the town of Babylon using the travel button in the options.
All right. There we go. Quick loading, too.
We go right and kind of walk out the door here.
All right.
So something kind of interesting. That slight pause that you're getting when you're loading, like when you just loaded into this area.
Yeah.
When the game downloaded, it was only 50 megs.
Okay.
So the game actually streams into your client. So it downloaded the map just before you came in here.
Okay.
Next time you come here that's why when you went to Babylon, it was cached.
Okay.
So on phones and devices where people are really space conscious, if you haven't been to an area for a while, it'll self-clean and kind of tidy up the space to become smaller.
Very good.
Now, when we say cross-platform, literally everybody logs on to the same server, same character, no matter what device they're on. And I can, with my, I have a dev build of the thing on my iPhone. I can take out my phone. If I was on a Skype call, I'd totally do this and send you a video. I can take out my phone. I can hit the Facebook button to log in. Doesn't matter which way you log in. I really like the Facebook login. And I would just get transferred. I would get logged out of my PC. I'd be standing in the same place on my phone. I could stand up and go to the bathroom, and you'd never know I was going to the bathroom while I was still playing.
Very nice. What class is he? The Alpacky? It looks like he was like a swordsman and a spellcaster. That was pretty cool.
Oh, I think he was playing mage.
Oh, okay.
In all of our games, you can customize the look however you want, and with item fusion, if you ever don't like your item set, you can just merge 2 items and keep the looks of one and the stat of the other.
Very good. I like that.
Let's go kill some chickens.
Already?
Over here. Okay, so if you kind of look down there, there's a giant half dragon, half chicken, which we call a jerkin.
Okay.
We have 2 types of dungeons. Apparently we have 2 types of everything. I feel like I'm a broken record. We have 2 types of interviews. This one, and the ones that are somehow worse, if that was possible. Nobody laughs. Dun, dun, dun. So this is basically just another open world area. And in these areas, monsters just respawn. They're not too tough. The quests are pretty linear. And people from our previous games, like Adventure Quest Worlds, really like areas like this because they just want to get together with friends, farm a mob, and get a rare. But I prefer a slightly less camping style of game.
Okay.
So while this is really fun, I'm really excited to tell you about the second type of dungeon, which is our instanced group dungeons. Now, I'm going to pull this little guy. We can make some KFC. KFD, I guess. Oh, snap, I died.
How hard is he hit?
I wonder if my health got warped because I kept changing my level back and forth.
Well, I guess I'm going to find out because he's coming this way.
Yeah, there's no way the Drickin one-shot me. That is really weird.
All right, whatever. YOLO. I did like nothing.
Did you die?
No, I didn't. Well, not yet, because he's not hitting me.
Remember that time we had a really awesome interview and we were just fighting a giant chicken?
Yep.
Good times. So this was actually an April Fool's gag. It wasn't intended to stay in the game. The dragon was supposed to be in here and we're going to litter it with Drackles, and we're like, that's fine. Put the dragon elsewhere. We still haven't put the dragon in the game. We animated it like 3 months ago.
Did he? Oh, he hasn't hit me yet. Is he looking at me? No. Oh, he's trying to hit the other guy. Okay. I'll just spam skills. Well, I can anyway.
So one area we really need to work on is skill education and like displaying.
Yeah.
So we built some synergy between, we kind of built these triads where warrior, mage, and rogue have really good synergy because each of them have skills that bounce off of each other. And I want to build it in such a way that we have like multiple, and then if you get 9 or 10 classes, you could actually kind of loop up and create a sequence of events to happen if you could keep the chain going and do like really devastating. It'd be like the ultimate way to kill mini bosses.
Okay.
And if anyone actually pulled off the ultimate one, which would be pretty hard because if you miss, you kind of lose the chain.
Ooh.
But I think we need to do some big text notifications to kind of explain what's happening, because right now, like, you can kind of see there's buffs on them, but they don't even show what they are if you mouse over them.
Yeah.
Fixed. But we're in pre-beta. This isn't even a game yet. Well, it's kind of a game. It's like 40% of a game.
It's looking interesting. I like it so far. I didn't like getting punched in the face by a chicken, but that's all right.
But it's okay. Technically, he's a Draken.
Yeah. And he doesn't even care. He just reset.
He's like, no, I'm good. You want to go see a scarier place? He just killed me again! No one has died.
Maybe he has hacks.
Clearly.
Oh, where did you want me to go?
Let's go to use the travel button. Let's head to Doomwood Tower.
Okay.
Get us some reinforcements. So behind that door is going to be our first instanced dungeon. And here's how it works. And this is reinforcements worked. In very one ball to kind of explain where this game is going and why this is going to be fun. When that dungeon unlocks, it's probably going to be about a week and a half that it happens.
Okay.
It's going to be a collection of areas, each one with a challenge that you complete to get to the boss, or the boss of the resolution room. And it's weird to talk about these things like all meta, because when I say we could do anything with this, we could really do anything with this. So the room for creativity is really high. In the simplest form, we could just have five rooms, and the entire goal is just to either kill monsters or make it to the door and just get all the way to the end, kill the boss monster. That'd be the simplest instance dungeon.
Okay.
And the more complicated ones, every area has a really interesting set of objectives, and the rooms are randomized, so you don't even know what's going to happen every time you go into the next area. And if you're playing with a group of people and you die, in the easy version, the normal version, there's a long respawn timer, and if everybody wipes, the dungeon resets.
Okay.
In the hardcore mode, death is permadeath unless your party completes the objective, and then you will respawn with them in the next room.
So when you say permanent, that means is it? Like you're done?
Well,
like,
for the dungeon. So
oh yeah, because you'll give somebody a heart attack saying that.
We should do like a really nasty version where like you actually have to like gamble your levels to do the dungeon. That'd be phenomenal. Optional XP loss on the hard mode would actually be pretty good if it was stable.
Yeah.
That'd be like EverQuest fun right there. Have some broken phones.
Yeah.
So because the goal of this is to play together, and one example is remember that room up in the inn?
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, and kind of secret, one of the things is like you go to bed, and then the battle waitress or maid kind of wakes you up, and she's shaking you, and the place is on fire, and Yulgar's trying to hold the door, and you go out and you find there's monsters all over the place, and first you got to go and fight down the monsters, and then you got to put out the fire, and then the boss monster shows up. And each one of these segments is an area with a challenge. Now what's interesting is they're all three the same area. It's just there's a little cutscene that kind of goes in between the areas.
Okay.
So that your party kind of moves through this story together, and you're always together. And then you fight the boss monster, and then everybody gets a reward. So if the goal of the game is to play together, we were sitting around the table, we were like, there is no way I'm going to send text messages or post something to try to get you guys to invite my game, or try to add a bunch of strangers to my friend list. It's way too hard. I want to be able to walk into a convention or sit down at a table and be like, hey, we're playing Adventure Quest 3D. Everybody open up your phone. So we came up with this feature where it's not live yet, but I think this is going to be the thing that we've had a lot of things kind of that we've come up with that the other game studios were like, that's a really good idea. Let's take and use that. This is going to be our next one.
Yeah.
The game's just going to give you a short code. It might be like red 42. And you can just verbally tell everybody in the room that code.
Okay.
Everyone in the room can just go in 2 presses, enter in the code, and they will teleport to your server, your room, right next to your character.
You good?
So it doesn't matter if you're on the PC or Android or iPhone, and everyone's sitting down saying, hey, Red 42, let's go kill a dragon. Okay. And then we're in.
Appears we had a casualty.
Did I die?
Well, you didn't die, but somebody died.
I always get up and pace when I'm talking. It's a terrible habit.
Fun.
Is there anything else that you'd kind of like to see? We can run around the zones and die a lot.
Sure, we can just whatever you want to show me. Like, I'm enjoying it so far. Everything's good.
Okay, let's run out this way. That guy's gonna kill us all.
Gate Raft.
He's on the Atkins diet.
Ooh, he's down. So, and expansive wise, how big is the world going to be?
Well, the original Adventure Quest was built 13 years ago. And we've added basically a new area every single week for the past 13 years.
Wow.
Adventure Quest Worlds was built 6 years ago, and we've added basically a new area every week for the past 6 years. The world might get pretty big.
Pretty cool.
Now, 3D is a lot harder to make than the 2D assets are. I mean, like the stuff we're doing, and we're still updating all the other games every week.
Yeah.
Well, the ones that are updated every week. It is a lot harder to build content for this game than it is to build content for AQ Worlds. Like this week in AQ Worlds, we have like this 2-part 20-frame adventure coming out. It's huge. We got this giant bacon cat Godzilla creature that's at the end, and there's a beach scene, and we put all the evil villains in bikinis and. Like,
wait, did you say bacon?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably like, you know how like every once in a while you have one of those releases that's going to be a thing?
Yeah.
This one's probably going to be a thing. I like our roaming posse. We're dangerous. I should be recording this.
Alrighty.
Okay, so you see these little glowing things?
Yeah.
Oh, somebody already clicked them. If you click them all, it spawns a monster. This was our first test of interactive objects, because obviously we want to do more than just bashing monsters. So
Yeah.
we have environmental damage working, and we have interactive objects working, and it's basically a bunch of state machines. So we can do anything.
Yeah.
It's like we've been building all of the tools for a while, but we really have been locked and not able to generate a lot of content yet, other than just building some maps. And then even the maps, like, because we had that big Unity 5 upgrade, like, you can tell the lighting in some of the areas is, like, really weird because we haven't fixed the lights yet.
Okay.
But, you know, pre-beta. You're still with us, right?
Yeah.
God, I love that all these players just kind of came to raid. I don't want to confess to anybody that I'm kind of lost. While I think the open world exploration and the players and frankly most of the team want to do a whole bunch of like not mandatory but like completely bonus optional jump parkour maps.
Okay.
So not maps, sorry, like exploration points.
Mm-hmm.
So you like we just back to that philosophy of just littering little weird things to do all over the place.
So there's gonna be like a world map that allow you to pretty much know where you're at, so you don't end up super lost.
That
Okay.
travel button will be replaced with a map,
Yeah.
and then you won't be able to just instantly go anywhere unless you go there and activate the points on that map, and then they'll become available to means to travel there.
Okay.
One of the things I didn't like about World of Warcraft, it was probably something they would count as a benefit, that it took a really long time to go anywhere.
Yeah.
This isn't that game. This is a burst game, so we need to make sure that we can get to the adventure really fast.
Yeah.
Talking about, oh man.
I just was remembering the flights in Outland when you need to go somewhere. It would literally take like 20 minutes. You could go you can go eat and move your car and come back and you still be flying.
Yeah. Better well.
A good view. Bye bye.
Let's face this way. If you hit 0, you can turn off the interface. And hit 0 to turn it back on.
Okay.
That's a nice shot. Just a bunch of heroes hanging out.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Eating cake.
I appreciate it all. Got more people. Yep.
So we have a really good framework. I mean, the game's fast. It's mostly stable. Very few glitches. The combat needs to be polished up. I want things to be faster and better.
Yeah.
I like, and I know this is total taste, but we had the old games and they had a very specific art style to them.
Mm-hmm.
The original Adventure Quest was my absolutely terrible drawings, and then we had somebody better came along, but it was too late to fix everything. And then, you know, Dragon Fable probably had the best art style of any of our games. And then with Adventure Quest Worlds, we were trying to kind of chibify and simplify the art so that we would have less line count and thereby make everything faster.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it didn't matter. We just went way more, like, it just got crazy. So I don't know why we even bothered in the first place. But so we tried to build characters that had that kind of essence of, like, they're kind of like quasi-anime, but they look Western enough. Although the girl's face kind of does look a little like we went full-out anime. And we had our Kickstarter back in December. Before that.
Okay.
And We were successfully funded. In fact, we were double funded. We raised about 400K in capital to pay the team.
Nice. Appreciate everybody who stops by and watches my channel. So if you'd like to see more of my videos, you can click the top right end card and see more of my videos on the playlist, or you can click the bottom right and subscribe to the channel. Once again, one love, and thanks for stopping by. Peace. Appreciate everybody who stops by and watches my channel. So if you'd like to see more of my videos, you can click the top right end card and see more of my videos on the playlist, or you can click the bottom right and subscribe to the channel. Once again, one love and thanks for stopping by. Peace.